Hello students, in this video I'm going to take you on a tour of the course, show you all around, get your mind warmed up to our journey together. So whenever you enter the course, you land on the home page. In the news is where I talk to you about schedule reminders, strange things that have come up. Maybe I'll send you an article that's pertinent to our learning. You should always take the time to read the news. And if scroll down, there might be more than one news item, like we're starting right here with 3 news items, okay? I'm gonna switch over to student view. See how we get this pop-up right here? We have a lab kit for this class. You are gonna keep seeing this pop up until you attend to it. You need to fill out this form to reserve your kit and to verify your address. If you don't do this, the onus is on you. If the first deadline comes and your lab kit is nowhere to be seen, maybe it got mailed to your old house, that's a problem that I cannot remedy, and it will be very difficult for you to keep up. So please fill out the form on the very first day, as soon as you see this pop up. Okay. Now when you go to course home, oh, there it is again. You're always going to land on the news. So let's go over to content. By the way, this green toolbar here, if I'm giving you some kind of written instruction about where something is and I say it's on the main navigation bar, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so your job on the first day is to read through all these pages. You only have to do it once. Read the entire course. The idea is this will give you a sense of where information is. You're not going to remember all the information, but it will help you to get your bearings. Then we'll go over here to the syllabus. Right here, we are in a 15-week. We're going to use the 15-week schedule. Okay. Here's all our course rubrics, grading and evaluation, information about me, course materials, course information. Here's a link to, we will have a research assignment in this course, and here's a link to our research guide for CCC Online. We have an electronic textbook, so you'll click here to gain access to your textbook, to your study modules, and to your quizzes. Here's all sorts of information about your labs. These files are also linked within each module. So when you click through the module, you'll get your introduction, your activities list. The exploration is a warm-up exercise for the module. You can link out to your discussions, your Learn Smart assignments. These are your study modules, and these link over to your textbook. Here's some general instructions of what you're going to see when you get into that Connect site going through the textbook. I can't do it in this demo because I don't have student access. So anyway, if you have any problems with that, please let me know right away because this is our first semester using a McGraw-Hill textbook. So hopefully we won't encounter any technical issues, but you got to talk to me right away if we do, and we'll get them resolved. We have lab assignments that will show up here in the modules. The first lab you don't need your lab kit for. It is due before the lab starts. Here's general instructions. Here's your Word document that you'll submit, and then you'll put it in the Dropbox. You can also go to the Dropbox through here. We'll try that in a second. So as I mentioned, we have a research project in this class, and we have an assignment for the research project every single module. The idea here is that by the end of the semester, you will have an A+ research project, and you will have worked on it a little bit every couple of weeks in this class. So starting right now, be thinking about your research paper topic. It must follow our learning outcomes in the course, but generally it can be about any plant topic and biology that interests you. I understand that you haven't learned all of the topics yet, but as you scroll through these modules, you'll start to see what kinds of things we're talking about. So just right off the top of my head, we're going to talk about the biochemistry of plants. We're going to talk about the molecular biology, the cellular biology. We're also going to talk about biotechnology, herbal medicines, ecology, conservation of plant landscapes. Really, the world is your oyster. If it involves plants and you're interested in it, then write your research paper about it. If you are in this class because you want to be a horticulturalist, write your paper about horticulture, some aspect of it. Communicate with me and I'll help you to figure out what that topic should be. So in this very first module, you're just going to throw some ideas on the paper. We're going to get started right away. Okay, we're back here. And then, of course, you have quizzes. And we'll route those quizzes through the textbook website here in the Connect site. And after the deadline, I'll sync those into the BIO221 website. You won't be able to see your quiz grade here in grades right away. I'll have to do that manually after the deadline. Now, when you are looking at something actively, you should bookmark it. So let's go back to the syllabus. The course schedule is something that you're going to look at all the time. So here's the bookmark tool. Now let's go back to the table of contents. We can look in our bookmarks and there is the schedule. I'm pretty sure, like say you were on this page in the module 1, I'm pretty sure when you log in, that will be the page that will be live here, but I'm not exactly sure. Sometimes the student pages work differently than my pages. So if you're in the middle of the introduction, for example, and you have to go to work or go to another class, bookmark it, and then it will show up here, and you'll spend less time rooting around looking for things. Every module has a very similar cadence to it, so let's look at this schedule. I will copy this information into the news each week to give you an idea about the deadlines, but if you could print this page and put it on your refrigerator, that would probably help you a lot. Okay, I just want to show you something quickly. We usually have the original post and the reply post deadlines on Tuesdays in a discussion that's 2 weeks long, and or Fridays if it's 1 week long. But in this first module, we'll be a little backwards with that. So in your first discussion, your student introduction discussion, you need to introduce yourself by the second day of class. So do it right away. Then reply to your peers by Friday, okay? Then the second discussion will start. But the second discussion is already open in the first module because we're not doing a whole lot in the first week. Everyone's getting settled. So the first post in the scientific method discussion won't be due till Friday. So introduce yourself in the first 24 hours and then get into that discussion by the first Friday. Then post your replies by the second Tuesday of the course. Okay? Then discussion will stay open for the rest of the week. If you miss one of these discussion deadlines, I'm still going to give you credit. I'll just deduct points. So it is always worth it to get in there and do it rather than ignore discussions. Please don't ignore the discussions. It really hurts your grade, and it hurts your sense of belonging in the class. Now, you'll see that assignments are always due on Saturdays, like the last Saturday of the module. So we were looking at that paper topic selection. There it is right now. There's that pre-lab we looked at and the first quiz, all due on this day. But you have all the time from January 23rd to February 4th to do these assignments. You don't have to wait and do them all on Saturday, February 4th. Make sure you work ahead of these deadlines for maximum success. Then moving into the next module, I'll show you our discussion format. So moving forward through the rest of the modules, we'll have a 2-week collaborative study discussion where you'll make your first post on the first Tuesday and your reply posts by the second Tuesday. The discussion will be open for 2 whole weeks. If you miss the deadline, please participate anyway. Then in the 3rd week of the module, we'll go into a special topic. Oftentimes this will relate to our research project. Here you'll have your original post due Friday and your reply post due, the original post due on Tuesday and the reply post due on Friday. The discussion will be open from Sunday to Saturday of that week. Then here you have something for your paper and your quiz on that last Saturday of the module. And then you'll see this repeated over and over again. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of discussion. Please, please come to discussion. This is how you get to know me. This is how you get your questions answered. You get to know your peers. It really will increase your learning in the course. Okay. The last thing I want to do is just show you what all is here. Content, which we've already talked about. You can go straight to discussions using this tab. Assignments has discussions. The Dropbox, which has all the paper topic and the lab assignments. This is where you'll submit them. Here are the due dates. Oh, excuse me, we also have quizzes. The quizzes are in the e-text, remember, so they don't appear there. Here's the e-text. Here's your gradebook. In communication, this is how I'd like you to communicate with me through internal messaging. Please don't email me at margaret.gaddis@cccs.edu because I teach more than one class, so it's much easier for me to keep our communication straight if you do it through here. Here's our class list, and that's all I have for you. Here's the help desk. Please let me know if you have questions. I'm here to help you. My biggest thing is that I want to communicate with you. Reach out to me, tell me what's going on in your life, and I will be there for you. If you contact me after you make deadlines and just make a whole bunch of excuses, our relationship doesn't get off to the right start. So make sure you're proactive in your communication, and I'll show you compassion and do everything I can to help you. Okay, I look forward to meeting you.